Hey, Lisa. Hey, Nancy. Bobby. Hopefully you can hear me. I see Bobby put herself on mute. Hey, Bobby. I think I see Sharon's on. Megan, hey. Can somebody let me know if they can hear me?
I can hear you, Nancy.
Yay! Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Awesome. Okay, Melissa, am I seeing Melissa on? Yay. Holly's on. Hey, Ollie. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna just give it like another 30 seconds for anybody else that's popping in. But if you can't hear me at all, you can use, for those of you that are new to chat or new to Zoom, if you kind of hover your mouse over your video, you should see in the lower area a chat area. So if you can't hear me, if you use the chat area and send me a message, that would be great. I guess if you can't hear me, you wouldn't see this or you wouldn't hear me. But if you have something else to say that you can use the chat. There is a mute button in your lower left-hand corner too that you can mute yourself if you have kiddos or TV or things going on. If you don't want your video on, you can turn your video off there, but guess what? I don't care what you look like and you don't care what I look like, so we're all good. I just shoved dinner in my face quick, so I might have stuff in my teeth. I don't know, but we're all friends. Yenny, I just saw Yenny on. Great. So yeah, so you can use that bottom area if you need to adjust anything, and obviously turn your computer volume up if you need to hear better, or if you're speaking, I can't hear you, try your volume. So just thought I would let you guys know that. Just a few like housekeeping things on Zoom. So also those of you that are new to Zoom, it's just a 40-minute session max unless I upgrade it. I think none of you want to be here that long with me anyways, so I figured we like hanging out, but we also probably all enjoy our families a little bit more. So I thought, let's try to keep this to 30, 35 minutes and then maybe 5 minutes of Q&A. But if for any reason, we need to go over, I'll gladly just quick press the upgrade button. I just, kind of want to be cognizant of everybody's time is what I was thinking. So I just quick muted everybody, I think, but feel free to unmute yourself or just like wave at me if you want to talk. And I'm going to, hopefully you guys can, awesome. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just get us started here with some things. So the reason I scheduled this for today was that some of you guys are aware there's 2 leadership retreats that go on with doTERRA. The second one got kicked off yesterday and today. So then we were asked to kind of wait to share everything that we learned 2 weeks ago until the other half of the group heard today, just so we didn't spoil the news. So I figured today was fair game to go ahead and start sharing. So first things first, if you have your oils near you, go ahead and grab your marjoram. If you need to run and grab it, go for it. Or if you don't want to grab it right now, that's fine. I have been doing some work with an energy coach, and she's really kind of connected us to using oils in a different way. So I have my little minis by me. But marjoram, she's been teaching me, is like a heart opener for when you kind of feel like maybe your heart or your mind are kind of closed off to things, or you're not quite sure how you feel about something. Marjoram just really helps kind of soften your heart towards things. So she's kind of advised that you just take like a drop or 2 and rub it kind of on your heart chakra, which she just says is kind of that, like your breastbone that you feel between your breasts, literally. You could put it over your heart if you want, but you don't even have to go that far. So just a little bit like right here will just kind of help start to soften the mood for people. So she even recommends like using that for like if you're going into maybe a meeting at work or something with some people that you have a hard time communicating with, use the marjoram for yourself just so that you might go into the meeting being able to better understand somebody else's point of view. So I just thought maybe we could try the marjoram. I'll try to remember each time that we chat to like share one of her tips with you guys to try. So try the marjoram, try using it in your daily lives and see what you think about it. So I considered putting together a PowerPoint for this to share with you guys, and then you know me, like that's not me at all. So I'm just gonna talk. And if you would like to talk, please, like I said, just unmute yourself or wave so I can unmute you. But I literally took a ton of notes on my phone and took pictures on my phone at leadership. So I'm gonna go over a couple of those things quick now with you guys. And then I'm gonna talk about the compensation part of this because there is some changes, which is pretty awesome. So first things first is that I did want to tell you guys that doTERRA is been around, over 8 years, and they've never had a compensation plan change. So when Emily Wright was talking, it's really no secret that those guys all came from Young Living, but when she was talking, she said she previously managed the compensation plan for her previous company, and she said in 9 years they had 11 changes, and the changes were always negative, more money being taken away. So this is super awesome that doTERRA has not had one change to the compensation plan in over 8 years. And now what they are adding is an opportunity to earn extra money because they're realizing there's this key gap of people, which many of you on this call are those people that are working really hard, but we're kind of in like the middle area, and you deserve extra money before you get to that first full leadership title of silver. So that way it is encouraging to you. It helps you still maintain rank as you're building and get paid, a decent bonus for that instead of feeling like, gosh, I'm always close, but not quite there. So I'm really grateful for it. So first things first, I just thought I would tell you guys a couple statistics here. Might have heard these before. Those of you that went to convention, some of them were there. Sorry, I feel like I have a drippy nose all of a sudden. But 66% of the US has never used essential oils. Half of that 66 that were polled would like to try oils. That's 100 million people just in the US who want to experience essential oils. If all 100 million of those people tried an oil, that would be a 50%, 50 times growth for doTERRA. So we're about a $2 billion company right now. So take 2 billion times 50. I mean, that's huge opportunity. 61% cannot even name an essential oil company. 44% do not recognize a single essential oil company when shown a list of the top brands. 53% of those not using natural products rank a healthy lifestyle as important to them. And 87% of those not using natural products are open to trying them. So I just wanted you to know there's a lot of opportunity for growth. So on that note, first things first is that I'm going to tell you about the earning opportunity, the new earnings, and then I'm going to just tell you a few more things because I think everybody cares about the earnings right away. So first of all, in 2016, we have some new, they published the new percentages of how many leaders are making what amount of money. So the silver level rank, which is the first level of leadership, that maintains 62% of all leaders are at the silver level, and their average yearly earnings are $26,370. Gold is 23% of the leaders, and their average is $57,370. Platinum is 5% of the leaders, and that's $112,700 annually. Diamond is $200,800 annually, and that's 7% of the leaders. So I know a lot of us say we want to get to that diamond rank, but just keep in mind that's 7% of people. So are you willing to do the tasks that require to get there? We all can do it. We just have to have that battle with ourselves. Are we going to do it? We can do it. We all have the same tools, but will we do it? Will we get up every day and be consistent to be that 7%? 2% of the leaders are blue diamonds. They make $453,100 a year. And the presidential diamonds make up just a little shy of less than 1%. And they make $1,321,000 a year. So on that note, doTERRA has launched something new. It's a 1% leader pool. It's actually going to be called the Empowerment Bonus because doTERRA is all about empowering everybody. And it's a new opportunity for premiers and silvers to each get an additional payout for the month. And what that means is that they took a look right now at current director, executive, elite, premiers, silvers. And I'm just going to give you guys a couple examples here. And this stuff was loaded up if you want to go back and reference the Facebook group. These were those like quick screen grabs that I attached. But currently, a premier is making around $800 a month, and a silver around $2,000 a month. Of that, a good portion of it comes from Fast Starts, which is from personally enrolling people. So doTERRA kind of looked at that and they thought, well, geez, we really need to help them make a little extra money. So what if we add a 1% pool is what they decided. Now that 1% pool, if they allowed everybody in the company who currently hits a premier rank or hits the silver rank to earn that extra dip, what happens is they take that 1% and then they have to divide it by how many people hit that rank. So if they did that, it would be only $128 a month. Hey, still it's an extra $128. But what doTERRA did was they were able to see how many of those people are actually doing the business, or are they just hitting that rank because somebody above them wants to hit their rank, so they're shoving all this volume under somebody. So in order to get that 1% pool, you have to personally have enrolled one person that month with a 100 PV order. If you're actually interested in doing the business, it shouldn't be hard to maintain having enrolled at least one person for the month. And especially if you're going to be hitting the premier rank or silver rank, you want to make sure that you get your enrollment in so that you earn that extra bonus. So by doing that, that estimates out that it would be almost a $300 bonus. So then they decided to average between the 300 and the 128, kind of combine together and come out with an average of $190 is their best guesstimate of what that will be. So I'm just going to use that number. I'm actually going to round up to $200 and just say it's about an additional $200 a month for premiers and silvers. Silvers also get their regular leadership pool, which is about $150. So silvers just went from making $150 in leadership bonus to $350 a month in leadership bonus, which that's a huge jump for silvers. And for premiers who are getting nothing, to get an extra $200 now, is fantastic. So I don't know, everybody's lifestyle is different, but I'm just going to use, for instance, my Jetta car payment is $245. So to get an extra $200 for the month, it's pretty much paying my car payment, which is pretty awesome. So that is what's really cool. So it's the empowerment bonus. It's going to be about $200 a month, and that would make the premier income almost $1,000 a month is on average, $987. Makes the silver average $2,400 a month. So pretty awesome. Why is doTERRA doing this? They realized that they want a higher number of people maintaining and keeping that rank of premier and silver. Currently, there's no benefit for anybody to hit premier over elite. There really isn't. So why would you strive for it, right? So this gives you a reason to constantly be striving to keep your business elevated. And the more you do that, the more it's going to keep growing. So it gives you an opportunity to get paid $200 more that month for hitting premier, which is just going to keep pushing your business up as you go. Then it also allows more wellness advocates to keep creating residual income, which residual income is what people stick around in this business for. It's literally like turning your faucet on and just getting paid without having to literally do anything other than placing your order if you wanted. Now, most of us have the heart that we want to keep serving people, and we're not just going to quit sharing oils, but you could and still make money. That's what residual income is. And then the other reason they wanted to add this is for stronger leadership pathway to higher ranks, to help you keep building to higher ranks quicker. and they wanted to do something that had never been done before in the direct selling kind of world. So on that note, I'm going to give you guys a couple statistics on direct selling. And so the global industry of direct selling, which is what doTERRA kind of considers themselves, is a $184 billion business. That's globally. Now, they said the numbers are kind of skewed and kind of hard to look at because, for instance, Avon is the number 2 global business, but they said Avon actually split ties and like bought out some other company and he said Avon's doing some weird stuff. So the fact that they show up as like number 2, it's not really accurate because it's not just their like makeup. It's other things combined into it. So that's global. What we really care about that I'm going to tell you guys about is US. So the US direct sales total bucket is $36 billion. Of that, now these companies all publish the top, I'm going to give you guys the top 5 companies, and this is because these companies publish their sales publicly. Now, doTERRA does not publish their sales publicly, so I'll tell you doTERRA's after. So the number 1 company listed in the US is Amway at $1.1 billion. Avon USA is at $0.95 billion. Mary Kay is at $0.90 billion. Herbalife is at $0.86 billion. And Melaleuca is at $0.75 billion. So those are the top 5 if anyone were to research top direct sales companies in the US. Now, what's really interesting, doTERRA averages a little shy of $2 billion in sales. So we actually would be the number 1. We just don't publish our numbers publicly. So if you wanted to share that, that's huge news that doTERRA is literally the number 1 direct sales company in the US by sales. So that's their annual sales. So a little shy of $2 billion. So the next closest company is Amway with $1.1 billion. So that is a statistic you guys could definitely share. So what doTERRA is actually looking at is, you know, many of you guys have heard that we are a direct sales company or network marketing, whatever you want to call it, but we don't really participate in that. We are definitely more healthcare driven. We are more about serving people, helping people. So doTERRA's plan for the next 10 years, their vision is to actually start to break into the healthcare business in a real way. So now I'm going to give you numbers regarding healthcare in the US. So healthcare is a $1.7 trillion business just in the US. So big circle, 1.7 trillion. Direct sales, 36 billion. So 36 billion is a lot smaller than 1.7 trillion. The top 5 companies, actually 4 companies in that healthcare industry, some of you guys will recognize these names from like drug commercials and things like that, is McKesson. And McKesson is a $180 billion company. Pfizer, there's a lot of Pfizer commercials, right? If you guys watch like who the actual maker of the drug is, Pfizer is a lot of them at $49 billion. Johnson & Johnson, we all know Johnson & Johnson, is a $70 billion company. And Humana, which we all know Humana, is a $42 billion company. So doTERRA's plan is to actually be growing in that category with those healthcare companies, not with direct sales companies. So that's where their 10-year plan goes. So I'm going to just literally read you their 10-year vision. I'll make sure I upload this afterwards, but their 10-year vision is to have exclusive access to essential oil healthcare support for loyal doTERRA customers. Hospitals across America utilizing essential oils in research and patient care. Essential oils recommended by medical professionals throughout telemedicine. Doctors and clinics across America recommending doTERRA to their patients. Essential oil purchases are an authorized medical cost for health insurance. and essential oils in every home in America. So that's their 10-year vision. So today, they're a $2 billion company in this big $1.7 trillion circle. Their goal in 10 years is to grow to a $20 to $30 billion company. But as they're growing, healthcare in the US is growing too, and healthcare is going to have grown to over $3 trillion in 10 years just in the US. So, like, just pause and think about that for a minute. If doTERRA averages a little under $2 billion in sales right now, and if they're going to average 20 to 30 billion in 10 years, that's a ton of growth for all of us, for everybody. So just stick with it. Don't give up. This isn't a 2-month get rich plan. For some people, it's not, it's not even necessarily a 2-year get rich plan. The average is about 4 years to be at a potential that you are earning significant income, that you feel doTERRA has made a difference in your life. I think you guys know I'm coming up on 3 years in April, so next month. I definitely feel that doTERRA is making a significant income in my life at this point. I don't share numbers to, I'm open if anyone wants to know how much I make. I don't know what my paycheck's going to be tomorrow. I keep watching the back office tonight. And if you guys don't know where to look to see your paycheck posted in advance, I'm happy to show you, but I love to look at that. But I'm estimating, I think tomorrow my paycheck's going to be over $4,000, which for 1 month of work is absolutely amazing to me. And I can definitely tell you guys that I made $1,400 every 2 weeks at Kohler Company. So $4,000 is definitely more than what Kohler paid me after 10 years of service to them. So, like, stick with it. If we can all just keep getting to that, get to the 3-year, get to the 4-year mark, just keep going and just make little progress. And you never know who you share with that becomes just, they just take off with it under you. And that's when, like, your business starts to change. You just start seeing really good residual income coming in. Your monthly fast starts change if you have energy and business going on below you and people are enrolling like mad. Then all of a sudden you start making money weekly too, and you're like, oh, cool, this is just like pocket money that I didn't know was coming in. That doesn't happen if your team's not excited, if you're not excited, if people aren't doing things. But once they start doing things and you see that, trust me, it's so easy to just be energized by that. So it's really hard to like rev the engine back up, but do it, because once the engine's going, it's easier to maintain that speed than to fall back, rev it back up, fall back, rev it back up. So just, you guys, if I can just impress upon you, use your oils, use them from like an emotional connection so that you can remember that you are amazing and you have something really amazing. Tap into that, because while I'm super excited about $4,000, like, that's nothing compared to what is possible, and it's nothing compared to what, especially at the rate of growth of 20 to 30 billion. I mean, that's insane to me. So just keep that in mind. I want to quickly point out to you the other things they shared with us is that they've already started partnering with different hospitals, like Duke is doing a pain management study. There's a human genome study going on. There's a study in Central Florida going on for PTSD. There is a post-operative stress study going on at an Army Medical Center, a microbial inhibition study going on. There's a flu study with oils going on at University of Oklahoma. And this year, doTERRA will be publishing 20 papers that they'll be submitting for medical journal publication. So that's their goal just this year. That's things they're working on right now to start putting their foot in the water of saying, we're a healthcare company. We want to disrupt the healthcare business. So what they shared with us is that with what's going on within healthcare right now in the US, they told us that, sorry, I just want to get to it. Policy changes, which we all know that. I literally just found out 2 days ago that I know it's not healthcare, it's dental care, but my cleaning came back that I had no insurance. I'm like, yes, I do. Oh no, Ben's company changed insurance providers, didn't let any of us know. And I had no idea. So I went to my dentist, who is not a provider. So that's what they mean by policy changes. Literally, that's what companies are doing. Oh, we can get a better deal here. We'll sell the policy off. So policy changes, technological advances, and structural shifts have primed the healthcare industry for an upheaval, a disruption, and an incredible opportunity to advance the standard of care worldwide. So doTERRA feels they are the disruption. They've already disrupted the essential oil industry that everybody's trying to be like doTERRA. Everybody's trying to say that they grow their oils in native countries, which they don't. They're all trying to say they have like a healing hands type partnership, which they don't. Everybody wants what doTERRA has, so now they're going to be that disruptor in the healthcare industry. So it's really amazing that we're going to get to be part of that. So I wanted you guys to know that. They also gave us all these other like specific oils that they're having research done on right now, like biological activities of frankincense in human fibroblasts. Arbavitae significantly inhibited inflammation and tissue remodeling related to proteins and genes and human dermal fibroblasts. I mean, these are like things like super scientific, but that's what they're working on right now. So how can we be of help with that, if you guys want to know? So they gave us kind of 3 next steps, is that they want to increase their medical and scientific partnerships. They want to create a continuing medical education symposium. And number 3 is they need physician forum participation. So this is really big news. I'm going to post this in the group after. But if you have a healthcare provider, a physician, a chiropractor, a surgeon, a nurse, anybody that you know in the medical field that would like to participate in the physician forum and be part of that with doTERRA, all we have to do is email doTERRA that physician's information, or we can give this website, which I'll upload it. It's sourcetoyou.com/healthcare to the physician, and they can sign up themselves. I don't know exactly what it's going to entail, but it does not entail them signing up with doTERRA. I'll tell you that. It's going to be, they're going to be the people that are giving feedback to doTERRA about how welcoming they are or aren't to the product. So I imagine they're going to get a lot of free products to test. I imagine they're going to, probably fill out surveys, be part of monthly groups, and maybe test demos and things like that. But that is what doTERRA is building up right now. So if you know of a physician that would like to be part of that, or is just open, I mean, especially when, they know that changes are coming in healthcare, a lot of them want to be part of the change. So what we would do then in that case is you would email in their information, or they would go in and fill it out online. It will get tied to you, that you were the person that recommended them. So that way, as they go through this process with doTERRA, if they fall in love with doTERRA and decide that they're going to sign up and become, part of the mission on the scale that we are, they will be your enrollment. So doTERRA wants to foster the relationships, that we don't have to do that. They don't want us calling up hospitals and saying like, do you want to retail doTERRA? doTERRA is going to change things. They don't want us doing that. They just want us sharing information with them. They will make the call. They will foster that relationship. And then should it turn back into an enrollment, it'll be fed your way. So just so you know that, so that you don't have to worry about that. So those are the big news. That's really the big stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. And would you guys like, I intended to show the compensation plan. Would you guys, I'm going to unmute you all quick. Do you want me to pull up the compensation plan? I know some of you are brand new, some are not, but does anyone have questions? And Melissa, I can actually do a separate compensation plan. I know you're probably maybe one of the newest to learning about that, but I just unmuted everybody. I didn't want to the compensation plan PDF can be kind of boring to look at if I'm honest. So I just wanted to give you the high level, the good news about the extra $200 a month, things like that. But does anyone want me to show the compensation plan, or does anyone not know how to see their paycheck posted in the back office? Do you want me to show you that? Questions, anyone?
I think Stephanie sent me some of the compensation plan stuff already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say Steph did some of the compensation plan for you?
She sent me a couple of things that had some of the compensation information in it.
Okay, Cool. I will see. Send me a Facebook friend request. Are we linked already?
I don't think so, but I'll request you.
Then I can also, I'm sure she uploaded it's kind of purpley looking, but
Yeah.
yes. So we can walk through that separate sometime. Maybe you, me, and her. I heard her talking to you already, so I'm pretty excited about that. Anybody else have questions about what I just mentioned?
Yeah, could you go ahead and show us the back office, where to look for the compensation?
Okay. So hopefully you guys can see my screen now. So I am going to do two things here. Is number one, I'm just going to log into the back office, and I'm going to show you guys. So typically we see our paychecks posted on the dashboard here, down here. This is your weekly fast start, and then here's your monthly paychecks that are posted on the 15th. So see, this is from January, so we don't see February here yet. Well, if you wanted to see February in advance, like where I'll start watching probably like every 60 minutes because I'm crazy, is you go to Advocate Services and you click Account Inquiry. This pulls up the month of March. So this shows you that I purchased, this was my LRP purchase for the month. We want to see commissions for February. That's what's paying out March 15th. So you click last month. And then you have to scroll down to the bottom, and it's not posted yet, because if it was there, it'll be the last one and it'll be your biggest total right there. And that will be, and it will say commission payment is a BP, if you guys see that right here. So down below, it'll say BP, and it's primary. Secondary is your fast starts. Primary is your monthly paycheck. So there's no primary listed, but I'll keep refreshing and looking here like hourly until I go to bed. And then first thing tomorrow morning, I'll be like, looking real quick, what's there? Just because I'm cray-cray. So if you would like to be cray-cray too, that's where you can look for things in advance. So I find that little area to be fun. Don't try to read like this negative plus whatever. I'm not an accounting person. Maybe you are. But that kind of stuff makes no sense to me. I just look for the BPs and then I look for the total, and that's it. That's all I care about. So that's that. If, for those of you that would want to actually look at the doTERRA compensation plan, what I typically do is I just type in Google doTERRA compensation plan. I actually do have it saved on my computer. I'm just going to show you guys. And it's the PDF from doTERRA that pops up. And here it is. And then this is the purple that I was talking about. So there's kind of a 2-pager here. And again, I'm not going to bore everybody, especially we have 6 minutes left before this meeting will end on us automatically. I am willing to go over this for anyone who does not understand, doesn't understand this or hasn't had this reviewed with them yet. I'm willing to kind of do that with you individually or in a small group setting, so that way we can kind of use some names of people. If you already have people under you, I can tell you this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so, and here's what you're getting paid off of them. Or we can just walk through a plan if you're brand new and say, like, here's how we get you to this first level. Here's how we get you to the next level. Some of you on this call make your $250 power of 3, which is right here. But some of you maybe don't, and you're like, well, how do I get there? Then we would look at the people that are on your team, and I would show you, you have a hole here, you have a hole here. And then sometimes it's really easy to say, oh, I really only need 4 more people, and I'm going to be earning an extra $250 a month. All right, let's get moving on this. So I like to do that a little bit more individually with people to help them see where gaps are in their business. So reach out to me anytime if you want to do that together. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you the fun news. Besides that empowerment bonus, they also started, some of you guys have heard me say, since I have a leadership title, that I have an account manager. And you guys are kind of probably like, what's an account manager? It's like a super duper customer service person that's assigned to help me with my stuff because they recognize me as a leader with doTERRA. So anytime I need things fixed, they just do it for me, like pretty easy peasy. Anyone that's at an elite rank and up now, because this bonus, doTERRA recognizes that people at the elite level and up are really working their business. So they have a new team account manager, I guess is what I'm calling it. It's called a business development team for elites and premiers to use. So I think I posted that in group, but it actually officially launches April 3rd. So on April 3rd, I'll post their phone number and I'll actually email all of you that are elites and premiers, because it's like your special super duper customer service line that you have now that they can help you with everything. They can even help you like backfill your power of 3. Say somebody didn't order $4 and that's all you're missing to make $250. They can put an order through in the back end for you. So you get access to a little extra help from them because they recognize that you're truly trying to build a business and get some additional income coming in. So it's a really nice upgrade that they offered that. Other questions? Is there anything else you guys want me to show you in the back office quickly? Anyone? Questions on anything? If you're getting a paper check from doTERRA, it's fine if you like it, if you like the old school paper checks. But they do take off a $1.95 fee, I think, per paper check, which $2 per check is kind of like lame to have taken off. So you can send in your direct deposit form. So again, you just go to Google and you Google doTERRA direct deposit form, and there it is, right here. Either one would open up. This will print it out, attach your voided check, either email it in. If you have access to a fax number, they have a fax on there. You can mail it in. I mailed it in just because I did it a couple years ago. That's it. So I just mailed it in, easy peasy done. So you can save yourself a little bit of money that way. If you like the paper checks though, no problem. I just want you to know direct deposit is where it's at. Because like, if you have direct deposit tomorrow, it should be in your account, which is like super exciting instead of waiting another week. So, questions? Anybody? I don't know if you know, mine are circles, but yours might be underlines that you can click on. They're clickable, and a PDF will download of like who you got paid on and what your total was. So it'll like literally show you Lynette ordered $54. I made 10%, which was $6.45. So, no, yes. I'm like, what? Anyways, you can literally click on those if you like to see an actual paycheck stub type thing.
That's cool.
Anyone else have questions? It's pie day, so I'm seriously going to go have some apple pie. It's all about balance in this household. Eat the pie on pie day. And Sharon, say happy birthday to Ed, please.
I will.
Guys, I'm really glad that you came on. Go enjoy your evening with your family, and I am going to post probably a few more things in the group, and then happy to do individual compensation calls with anyone, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.